Jahzzo, excellent patience, really good parry game. I don't know how this matchup goes against Rob, and this is one where you've got to play perfect. Again, immediately parries. I love that.
So what it really comes down to is Karen can explode onto Rob, but Rob can kind of just, such good frame data despite, being a rusty robot. He just boxes him out, throwing out all his projectiles that make it really hard for him to deal with because he doesn't have that great air mobility and stuff like that. So it's about, walling and boxing him out so that he doesn't get all those nasty, dangerous stuff where he just confirms to destroy you and blowing him up at 60%. I mean, he's pretty much at kill percent despite everything, just one destroy you and we'll see him explode.
Absolutely, and on the other side of that back air will kill.
I mean, that back air exploded him the way that the Shoryu's going to do to him.
Yeah, and that was on stage. I was just going to say that where Rob would probably have an advantage is off stage because, he can just go so much more deep than Ken, but that was just a straight, I don't know, if that was just less than ideal DI, but it killed so early, I feel like. But it doesn't matter because Jahzzo brings it right back, drops it to 0-0 on stock 2.
Yeah, dude, very happy for Jahzzo. I mean, not taking damage like that and just making such a commanding statement. I really like that Zomba definitely knows that he has to, play it slower, and Jahzzo's really just taking his time being methodical about it.
Yeah, and methodical is probably one of the best words to define Jahzzo's playstyle. He stays composed, very methodical, really understands this character.
You're gonna get the mix? Yep, you guessed right.
And I feel like Zomba, watching him, it's like watching a jazz player. Zomba's just kind of out there, like, feeling it. Like that. He just understands the situation. Another back air takes another stop. But let's see if Jahzzo can do something big.
Nope.
Unfortunately, that didn't kill, but that was still clean.
He almost got that reversed on. I mean, he upbeat that. I mean, that was really nice because he was going to get hit by the down air for the regrab.
Wow, really good STI there by Zomba. And then spikes him. Jahzzo basically saying, run that right back. He knows mistakes were made. Also, you got to give credit to Zomba. Playing defensively so well and then just capitalizing.
He's got to snap to that ledge. Doesn't seem like he wants to.
I feel like Jahzzo was doing so well too, and it was like all of a sudden it was just over. I don't even know what happened.
We got that back air on that first stock. I don't know what happened with the second.
It was another back air.
Was it another back air?
Yeah, another back air took the second stop.
And then we got that early stop with down.
Nuts. But honestly, if you're going to fight a Ken, you better take him out quick because the longer Ken's on stage, the more deadly, the less of a chance you're going to win.
He's definitely a beefy lad, so killing him early, I mean, it's really insane that we saw, those moves just knock him out like that.
Okay.
Amazing recovery. I mean, it's just nice and long, so that way he can, get back up easy.
Yeah, and with the spacing by Zomba, like these parries are good, but Jahzzo isn't able to get as much of a punish as he normally would because Zomba's just spacing things out so well.
Zomba trying to get a little flashy with those parries, but he's got to be careful about what he's parrying. He's trying to parry multi-hits and only the first one rather than everything. And it's costing him.
And I feel like Zomba's almost baiting out the parry, like, oh, yo, I dare you to parry me because I'm going to space it out and I'm not going to let you punish me off of it. And there's the offstage game that we were talking about.
Tatsu just has so much end lag. I mean, you pretty much are just asking to get side beat at that point.
And I think that comes with the territory of being a Ken main. Like, you just know, like, hey, you get put in that situation, it's going to be a rough time against the top player.
I did notice that Jahzzo, I mean, he held it a little bit more for the shield, but he still ended up letting go just a little too early, getting hit by the final hit. Multi-hits in this game are so hard to parry because, Zomba's the one in control of the interaction. He gets to delay or, come in and come out as he pleases.
Absolutely, but I still love hearing that noise. I respect it. Very nice. Jahzzo.
His first short, you confirm if I'm not mistaken on this one.
Okay, Jahzzo taking a quick lead. All of a sudden putting the pressure onto Zomba. Zomba's looking a little bit disoriented after that situation. Wow. I think Jahzzo has hit at least 20 parries this game so far.
Definitely going to be seeing a lot of denial from Zomba. I feel like one of the biggest things that we see from Jahzzo more often than not are his shoryus, just like that.
That was a perfect read. He understood exactly what Zomba was trying to do.
And, I mean, I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million more. This character's just so explosive. 55, death, get one shoryu combo.
Yeah, and obviously Rob has a pretty beefy hurt box, so, Jahzzo is seeing red, and he is gunning for him.
Just fell out of that. Jahzzo's making some very advanced plays that I want to make a note on. He's not finishing his combos. Instead, he's trying to reset Zomba multiple times, trying to make Zomba make a decision for himself. We saw Zomba just not hit anything, and he just kind of carried him across the stage. It's definitely not something that, ouch.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think Zomba just caught on to that and adjusted as well. But you're right. I think Jahzzo's basically making a point saying, you know what? I'm going to rely on my reaction speed versus yours. I'm going to basically see what you do, and then I'm going to react and punish.
Jahzzo, I mean, he's firing him back with a JB2.
I love it. And he knew immediately. He was like, oh, he sensed something after he lost that first round. He was like, you know what? I know what I need to do. And run it right back. He implemented that plan, and it worked.
I mean, the biggest thing that we ended up seeing is that when Ken ends up getting the lead and then Rob has to approach, there's no bueno. Ken's going to be the one who actually outboxes him, almost every day of the week.
Most definitely.
Does Rob have some tools? Absolutely, but when you have some tools compared to the entire kit, like Ken, it's not going to end up pretty for you.
But I got to say, I'm super proud of Jahzzo for taking that last game, really showing what he's made of, that he can compete with some of the very best in the business.
Absolutely. Looking to see if he can, defend Georgia and get rid of a Rob.
Oh, that was really smart by Jahzzo. He caught Zomba in a little bit of a flow chart, went high, and then punished him for it.
Mix. Didn't go for the up air despite getting the up tilt. Interesting.
Okay, nice little neutral game, but Zomba ends up winning it and then takes the stock just like that. But Jahzzo has been bringing it right back every time he loses the stock.
What was that, 70, 60?
Around 70%, I believe.
So we know with 70%, he just gets that shoryu?
Yeah, by the time you start reading what percentage he's at, Jahzzo's already taking the stock. It's too late. And let that be a lesson to anyone fighting someone like Jahzzo. Never look at your percentage, because by the time you do, you're already getting killed.
By the time you're concerned,
Yeah. I've learned that the hard way.
Yep, absolutely. Look, that's what I'm talking about. You see how he didn't actually finish the combo? Because now he got more damage doing that.
The schmix-ups. And then the parries. I love Jahzzo's playstyle. He honestly has one of my favorite playstyles because he's just thriving off his reaction timing.
Man, again, seeing Jahzzo adapt, he did that early uppie. That ended up making him, because Zomba he defaulted to doing
What game is Jahzzo playing right now? This is not Smash Ultimate.
Jahzzo just in the absolute driver's seat.
He's making his own game, and I love it.
He's playing Street Fighter. Jahzzo's trying to play Ultimate. It just doesn't seem to be working out like that.
Yeah. Zomba's trying to play Ultimate. Jahzzo's playing Street Fighter. Absolutely. I think either way, this is so stressful. I don't even know. These guys are both feeling the nerves. You can just tell. They're both whiffing left and right.
Spaghetti, endless supply.
And both of them are at kill percentage, basically, for their own setups. Jahzzo missing some parries, unfortunately. Oh my God! No, he's alive! He's alive! No, he's alive! He's alive! He's alive! What are you doing, Jahzzo? Get back in it!
Zomba respected that. I don't know
Jahzzo popping off early. Jahzzo's still standing up. He doesn't know what's going on. It literally took him 10 to 15 seconds to realize that Zomba was still alive.
I mean, such a heavy boy. I thought he was done for.
Oh my God, I'm so stressed out. 129 to 148.
Squabbling. Tech didn't have lasers.
Both of these guys are absolutely at the edge of their seats. Zomba is at the edge of his seat.
Jahzzo getting dragged into that.
Jahzzo, unfortunately, the early pop-off. He did not realize what was happening for at least 20 seconds, I feel like. Oh my God.
Oh, big
Hey,
Ouchies.
you know what? That's going to be a lesson